FM in DeWitt County, 106.5 FM in Logan County, plus streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com on the WHOW mobile app and Amazon Alexa.
From Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show is streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Stephanie Coonce is the Executive Director of Encore Developmental Services. My guest in studio. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for coming in. Let me turn on the right mic. Good grief.
Okay.
There you go. You doing okay?
There. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Very good. Now, if folks are watching on the camera this morning, Stephanie,
Terrifying.
they notice that you're wearing a Disability Pride.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about this. What's Disability Pride all about?
Disability Pride is actually started in 1990. So a little sooner than a lot of people think, some of those things were happening. But Disability Pride is about being proud of who you are and who a person is as a disability, has a disability. So what they have done this last year, they just rolled out, the month is July actually, but they rolled out a new flag that is even more accessible for everyone. So the old flag had like a diagonal lightning bolt, which is not necessarily good for people who might have a disability that's stimulated by a visual thing, such as like a seizure or something. They changed some of the colors to make it so it is more accessible to people with color blindness or have visual issues. So, so the flag is like, it's a dark gray with a stripe of various colors.
Okay.
That each color represents a disability.
Okay.
So like the dark gray represents the diversity and not the diversity, the troubles, adversity that people go through of disabilities. People with disabilities are one of the highest to possibly get to be abused in various ways. Going across diagonally is like, going, against that and against social norms and getting out there. And then each stripe like represents physical disability or neurodiversity, psychiatric disorders and invisible disorders. And I'm trying to remember, did I say neurodivergence?
Yes.
Physical, sensory.
Sensory.
And sensory. So
talk a little bit about what it means to embrace the disability and be proud of that.
That is, I wish, you say that. And I have a son who has autism and who's 21 and he's right on that cusp of figuring out who he is. And it's different to different people. And if we talk with him, he will tell you, I hate that word. And disability is not a bad word. This is who I am. I am made like this. So it's a diversity or neurodivergence kind of how someone else's brain works. And everyone's brain, when you think about it, works differently.
Right.
So why?
Well, and folks with disabilities are people.
Exactly.
They have personalities. They have likes, dislikes.
Right.
And so, and you mentioned, they're among some of the most vulnerable in society when it comes to abuse and those sorts of things.
Right.
So, yeah.
So we need to include them and realize that they are just like anybody else so that hopefully we can stand up for them more. If someone who has, the disability where they can't speak as well or just can't communicate or socially, might be standing back and realize that disability is not a bad word. That is one of Isaiah's things. It's not bad. This is not, why do people use this as, something that's negative? And it's not. It just
is what it is.
A thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just who we are.
Sure. So anything else on Disability Pride, Stephanie? I mean, will you have those available at the store or anything like that?
Yes. Actually, today, everyone is getting the button that receives our services, everyone that works for us. And then we'll have the extras on sale for $2, I think. That's what they cost, pretty much us. So we'll have some of those on sale at the store. We've got the flags flying out there. We've changed up. We also have posted around. So if you have a question about what I just talked about, there are like laminated sheets that describes those colors, what it means, what it's about, and just ask someone that's wearing, a button, what does disability pride mean to you? And maybe where do you even fit on the spectrum? Because it is a whole, universe of people.
Is that taboo to do that?
No,
You know?
absolutely not. You need to ask questions.
Yeah.
People need to ask for understanding. If you don't ask, you're not going to understand what's going on. And say, hey, why do you wear this? You know, someone may ask me, and I could answer that several ways. I could say, I have a son with a disability. I'm the director of a program, so I could talk about that. Also, I also have a psychiatric disability. So, you know, I can also talk about that and get even more personal.
Sure,
So we need to really break down that, you know, oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, my hang up would be I don't want to get too personal with someone I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a very personal thing.
It is, but then I think we're getting more accepting of those things. It's always been something that, you know, especially when it regards to, you know, mental illness, or people still don't understand. They whisper that person with a disability, you know, they're just not like everybody else. Or then they go, oh, that creeper. We just really have to change that. And I think it's not going to change unless we actually talk about it. And
I think a lot of people would they at home would hear, they're not like everybody else. In a way, we're all not like everyone else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we all have our things.
Yes.
You know, so
everyone's brain is different. Everyone works different. Everyone,
and some things are more visible than others.
Correct.
So So, anyways, Stephanie, as it relates to the Encore Developmental Services, you talked about folks with disabilities being more susceptible, I should say, to abuse and those things. I know you've had some issues with vandalism, theft, those things at the store.
Yeah.
The exasperation in your voice. What's going on?
Just very frustrating because what we do, every little thing, every donation you bring in, every, you know, to the store, everything stays right here to support people with disabilities and those of us that, you know, and the business that runs it and our employees that support them. And we've had a rash of last winter. We had catalytic converters stolen. Just finally got one back. And then we've also had break-ins into the back of the warehouse, people coming in. We've had our the landscaping equipment stolen multiple times now. We think we just discovered one this morning, another thing that's missing from our landscaping. So that, you know, when we're out there cleaning up the square, the blowers, you know, people, you know, stole those and we had to go buy more. And the weed eaters, actually, even somebody tore out 2 or 3 weeks ago, tore out the plants out of the pots on the square from one corner.
And you guys worked on those.
Yeah, those are ours. That's what we have to go and try and fix those. And somebody has destroyed the work that, you know, people have put hard, you know, effort into.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, when you see, you know, a metal pulled back from your garage doors pushed in, very frustrating.
I not to defend, but you know, crime is crime,
right?
But I just feel like you would know that it's Encore, and you just don't mess with Encore. You know what I mean? I mean, there's got to be some self-awareness in this, like, but there's no, what is it? There's no, there's
no consciousness.
Yeah, what's the among thieves? The saying there.
Oh.
There's no honor among thieves. Yeah. So, talk a little bit about just message to the community. Just anything you want to say there.
If you know of anything, you hear of anything, let the police know. We have made, you know, police reports. They're aware. We just ask you to, you know, to be kind.
I know that money is not flowing within Encore, but thoughts on, you know, added security measures.
We are trying. We've had kind of some changes going in with our IT. So yes, we have talked about cameras. That's been a thing. And actually we came up with an idea yesterday. So we're just going as simple as trail cams. So they will be out there.
All right.
And so maybe we will get pictures of these people and we can take that to the police.
Sure.
But
now, what are the hours of Encore?
Encore's hours have changed for the store. The thrift store is open now Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. We had to shrink down our hours some due to, you know, the things that are going on in society with
workforce
and cost, mainly cost, and also trying it's your cost for workforce.
Yeah.
And
that's impacting you all.
Yeah, minimum wage goes up. We pay more minimum wage. Every time it goes up $1, we pay $1 more to everyone that works.
Yeah.
And also, just the cost of heating the building. Have you seen that massive building? And with electric costs going up, my bills are skyrocketing. So yeah,
I feel like all of that is reducing the impact Encore can have on your customers and your clients.
Right. That's why we're trying to make changes so that we can hopefully keep that impact going and change, to make it so that we can still run the thrift store. And I think the thrift store is really important to this community, just as what we do. Besides just employment for our folks, it's a service to the people of DeWitt County and beyond. People come from all over.
You mentioned making changes. Does that mean increase prices of goods and stuff in there?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
We've increased some. We had not increased prices for 8 years. So at least. So yeah, some slight changes, but still we're in direct, I don't know, competition is not the right word, but correlation with other thrift stores and even under still some of those price ranges. And so we've had to do that. We've also kind of making changes to make less work for our employees. So changing how we're doing pricing, instead of every little item being priced with a little sticker, all mugs are going to be, I can't even say for sure what they're going to be, but say 99 cents. And so all mugs will be 99 cents. Someone can just take and maintain them out there. Unless something is special or we see that it might have a higher value, then we will try and price that at a different price point.
Okay. Gotcha. So be aware of that as you go out to Encore. Inflation impacting you. You mentioned the, heating and cooling your building. Like gasoline, like when you transport clients, is that
gasoline? Is we have a contract for the majority with Showbus for the majority of our transportation. So that through our contract, that could change, but also like with the landscaping business, and we use gas for that. We also are doing one thing that's really great that I love that we've been able to do this summer is get back out there. So with what COVID did was really excluded us again. So now we are, trying to get people and include people into our community again. And that has been really fun to see. I would say one of the best things we've done this summer is, just thinking about it, was we participated in Heritage's Stop the Stigma, I think, dodgeball tournament. And we had an Encore team, and I was terrified, honestly. I was not actually playing. I was assisting a couple of people that, just needed some, direction to go the right way. And it was fantastic. We ended up playing the team that you might not want a team like ours. We had, people of all different abilities, ages, out there. We had one person playing, and she had someone help her by moving her wheelchair, and another person who was her arms. It was pretty terrific. So we have a team like us who might not be as coordinated as say the fantastic team that we ended up playing, and I can't remember their name, but they got second in the tournament. And these guys, you see them, they are the fit young, and I'm like, oh, we have to play them? Are you kidding me? They won, we watched them destroy a team at the beginning, and I'm like, oh, but they played an amazing game, and it was, everyone had a blast, and we were very appreciative and very grateful for having that.
That's awesome.
That experience.
Fun. Well, let's talk more about those things when we come back. I know you mentioned you're going to be out more and doing things like that. So let's talk about that. How do folks learn more about Encore and all the things going on?
You can go to our Facebook page, is the easiest way, at Encore Services or Encore Thrift Store. Also, our website, www.encoreservices.org.
That is Stephanie Coonce, Executive Director of Encore Developmental Services, our guest in studio. More to come on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW. Keep you connected.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat all trading double-digit higher. September corn 659.5 up 26. December corn up 26.5, 655.5. March corn 662 up 25 3/4. September beans 1556 1/4 up 29 1/4. November beans up 23 3/4, 1459. January beans 1463 3/4 up 21 3/4. September wheat 793.5 up 23. December wheat up 22.5, 810 3/4. September bean meal 466.30 up 580. September bean oil 69.73 up 96 cents. August feeders 180.87 down 52 cents. August live cattle unchanged 141.22. October lean hogs 96.92 up 295 in the energy market. October crude oil 93.29 up 293. Jim
When
Taylor.
you're shopping for a different car or truck, we don't expect you to come in knowing exactly what you want. That's our job. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Our staff is trained to ask questions, listen, and help you find the right vehicle that fits your needs, whether you need 3 rows of seats or something sporty to zip around town with. We'll find the right transportation solution, which checks all the right boxes just for you. BaumChevyBuick.com, right from the start.
Despite supply chain issues, owner Dave Jackson's great team of employees at your Clinton Save-A-Lot are working to keep their shelves stocked to save you up to 40% every day. Find out more by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show is streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Stephanie Coonce is the Executive Director of Encore Developmental Services, our guest in studio for today. You mentioned your folks are getting out more, Stephanie.
We are.
They've been gardening again, it sounds like.
Yes.
You mentioned they were part of that dodgeball tournament with Heritage back in July. What else you been doing? What else have your folks been doing?
We've been doing fun stuff like going to local restaurants. You know, we go once a week. We they pick a restaurant, and actually it's scheduled for the month, and then everybody they can choose where they want to go. Today's Tuesday. I think I heard monocles might be on the agenda for today, and then people can sign up, get out to lunch. That's just, something that we haven't done, been able to do those kind of things. So those are always fun. We have been going to the theater once a month. So,
what have you seen lately?
We saw Maverick.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I didn't see the beginning and end because,
right.
I'm working with people, but so I need to see it again. But yeah, I really liked it. I was like, hey, and the person next to me was too young to know.
Yeah, right. I've heard there's some flashbacks to the old ones. So
yes. It was.
What are you going to see
really
next?
We just saw Super Pets last week.
How was it? Is it good?
They loved it. I didn't get to go.
Oh, okay.
I only go on certain things because I have an office to run. But yeah, I have Amber Lowe is my person in charge of our services. She's our director of services, and she does an amazing job. So they did Super Pets.
And everybody liked it, you said?
They loved it.
Loved it? All right.
They loved it.
We got to get our kids.
They said it was good. The girls were worried, though, because you've got kids. And at one point, apparently it gets really sad.
Oh.
And they were all like, oh, this ends sadly. This could be, bad for us.
Yeah.
But apparently it did not end.
Okay.
It jumped right back up and everybody was happy again.
Okay, good. Very good. So
yeah.
Little sadness then. Little valley.
Just, yeah.
Gotcha. What else you guys been doing?
We have been doing I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Shopping trips, because who doesn't like to shop?
Everybody likes to shop.
Everybody likes to shop. People love Dollar Tree around here. Dollar Tree's a hit. We had someone who went in, and she's actually one of our newest people, and it's really cool. It's new for us because she is deaf, and we've not had people with that disability to the extent that she does, where she uses sign language.
Do you know sign language, by the way?
A
little bit.
Ish. I'm learning, and she is helping us all learn. I've known it over the years some, but I've gotten rusty, and I know it generally when you're pretty specific signs for specific situations.
Yeah.
So, so she is actually stretching all of us.
Mhm.
We actually had a staff training where we talked about, we actually had, it was a video call, and we had someone talk about deaf culture and
Mhm.
communication. So that's exciting for
Mhm.
us, and to get to know how, how she communicates and how we can communicate better with her.
I see.
And
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned you're going to be back at Apple and Pork, right?
yes.
Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's do it.
We have not been at Apple and Pork since we were taking out the trash,
Mhm.
literally back HRC days. We have not done it since.
Whoa, no way,
that,
really?
For real.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because I took over and I just said we just didn't have the capacity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When
See-
we didn't have West anymore, we just didn't have this. It was just run by staff.
Okay.
And when we were that first year, I had like 10 staff,
Okay.
and there was no way.
Okay.
So we gave that up, said, there's just no way. And so we haven't done it since then. And so we have the opportunity to do lemonade shakeups on the homestead grounds.
Really?
So, and that's something that everyone's excited, because we'll have, apparently, roll these lemons. We'll have everyone the week of out in their classrooms. If they don't want to go out and hang out at Apple and Pork and come and actually do the pressing in the water, they'll be rolling lemons, washing lemons. Anybody can splash lemons around in a bucket, So we'll have everybody doing those kind of things. So
Great. How
they're
did you
excited.
How did you come about with that?
Well, actually, one of the ladies, it was Wapella Women's Club, maybe. I'm not sure. I know the Wapella ladies did it before.
Okay.
And one of the Wapella ladies is now my assistant. And apparently the ladies just weren't feeling it anymore. They were getting older. Penny's probably going to kill me when she hears, like, why didn't you say this? But I think they just didn't have as much ability to do it, I guess.
Vigor to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so they said, do you guys want to take it over? And I'm like, it's not much work. Okay. And she's actually been in charge of, putting all things together. And
That's fun.
And it's right next to, the booth is right next to the Boy Scout troop. And the Boy Scout troop master also is our director of business operations. He's in charge of the store changes that we're talking about, is him and stuff. So it'll be right next door to an experienced person. So that will be helpful for all of us.
Awesome.
That'll be newbies.
Yeah. So you've got a couple of people kind of guiding you through this a little bit then. That's great.
Yeah.
Are your folks excited about it?
Yes. Yes. Everyone's like, Apple and Pork. There's Apple and Pork coming up, Stephanie. We're going to go again.
Yeah. Great. That's awesome.
So yeah, it's exciting.
Whoa, Stephanie, got to let you go.
Okay.
How do people learn more about Encore Developmental Services?
From our Facebook is the easiest way, Encore Services or Encore Thrift Store.
That is Stephanie Coonce, Encore Developmental Services. Network News is now.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM, W222 BG Clinton, 106.5 FM, W293